Hi everyone, Jess here. Seer. I'm here with my 11th transmission video. And I'm here at my ancestral ground. Some lineages back, the first 1888. But I've decided I'm going to start doing my transmission videos more pre-recorded, especially with certain messages, and then uploading them to YouTube. So, this transmission video, number 11, I do want to, before I begin, bring light to transmission video number 6. I believe I did that May 6th, around that time. It was definitely in May. And it was about jilted perceptions. Don't allow your perception to be jilted or tainted in any way, that there was going to be energies that were going to influence your perception within yourself and others. So, this I want to bring to light because this is it was kind of the beginning stages of what's occurring now. So the title of this video, I decided to call it The Influx of Spirit Activity. So I'm sure that there are many of you who have noticed an influx in that activity. And so now what this is for a seer, so I've been seeing this for months now. I've been noticing this for a while. I've been noticing people that don't tap into their mediumship abilities, aware of them. I notice people that weren't even awakened starting to awaken. So, again, with previous videos, I spoke about the energy coming in, awakening dormant energies on the planet. Like Atlantis, good and bad energies from it, dormant abilities within us. So what else is occurring at this time is, and Sylvia Browne did predict this a long time ago, I want to say about 15 years ago, maybe even longer, honestly. She predicted that eventually the veil would be non-existent. Well, I'm here to tell you that this is occurring. This has happened. The veil is no more. This is maybe not as noticeable to some people. I know that there are some people out here that definitely have noticed. I've noticed younger people tapping into their abilities and noticing the mediumship. There are more apparitions walking around. There is a lot of stuff happening. So what I want to talk about with this is the need for protecting your energy, the need for understanding the perception of yourself, the perception of your path, and how you are going forward. Because what's really going to suck with this veil non-existent, it's not just loved ones and stuff like that. You'll probably notice more and things like that, but you're also going to notice the uncrossed souls. Now, something other that I do that I don't actually specify, because it does use mediumship, but I do not prefer to use it as a service, I guess I should say. It's basically my justice, my repayment for my ability, I guess. It's like my free work, I guess you should say. But I am a crosser. So what that is I cross souls to the other side that are still lingering and uncrossed. I will say specifically about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, something that had happened wildly intense. I actually, because I do channel energy and create candles, and I channel the energy of that specific need into the candle itself, that is part of my ability. So when I communicate with my mediumship, it's almost as if they are stepping on my aura, trying to trance me in a sense. I am protected where they don't fully trance me, but I am able to be aware of how they have passed, what they look like. I purposely do not communicate directly. I use my spirit guides, and of course Archangel Michael, and Freya, and of course Hecate. She is the triple moon goddess who has many talents, but she is there helping me and helping me protect myself while I cross these souls over. So basically what had happened was, he had come to me a few days. I knew who it was for, and I said something to them, and they were not skeptical, but they weren't sure because this person had never come to them before. And I'm like, okay. So I start asking other people, people that I know. I'm like, oh, I describe the hair, the build, everything. The age, frame, in a sense. They were younger. It was a young male, dark hair, slicked forward, short on the sides, tall, slender. But when I actually sat down with the person who I thought it was for, who they were for, when we finally started talking, I started understanding a little bit more why. And I started understanding how his soul has been lingering all this time. It may have all along been my duty to cross him, and I am glad that he is crossed now. But his death was definitely very tragic, and I actually took on the strangulation that happened of his cause of death, felt the veins popping out of my neck. I had to take my seatbelt off because we were driving in the car at the time and hang out the window to breathe because I was gasping for air so bad. For 2 days, I saw a license, for 3 times in one day, I saw a license plate that said KO, and I knew something was up with it, and I was like, okay. And I said something to the same person, and they were like, they thought about it, and then a couple days later, this is when this occurred. But he almost physically tranced me, so I was able to understand how he died. And right before I asked how he died, I started suffocating and felt like there was a rope around my neck. And the connection to his death, KO, was the letters KO were involved, and strangulation as well. And he knew immediately when I started choking that it was his friend. So being able to cross his soul over after the years that he has been lingering on this planet was definitely a blessing for myself and for this person and the soul that was crossed. But to the point of this story is the influx. Yes, I am at the cemetery. That's the bell. The influx of spirit activity is not just happening to people like me. It's happening to people who are unaware. It's happening to people who don't know what's going on. So now the problem with this, now this soul, he wasn't malicious. He wasn't violent or anything like that. Yes, the way he died was violent. That is how I perceive, is by feel, the empath in me. So it's almost as if I take it on. And as soon as I was aware of what it was gone. It came on just as fast as it was gone. So I was not threatened in any way. But that is practice I have undergone to be able to do that. And my message here is that there's going to be a lot of people, and now if you go back in my transmission videos and you look at the awareness I was trying to bring about being aware of your energy field, being aware of what's manipulating you in your energy field and stuff like that, and the people are waking up around you and kind of being that, not guide, but be a light of inspiration, because we all remember how hard it is to wake up in this reality and understand what's really going on. And it's difficult. So we have to be there for others. But my main point of this is that if the uncrossed souls are coming to me a lot faster to be crossed over, because it wasn't this quick. It wasn't a few a week. It wasn't the way it's happening right now to me. Imagine how it's happening to people who are unaware of this activity, who are unaware of the abilities that lie within them that are awakening, that are feeling these spirits and thinking it's their own. How about the people that are so-called awakened, that look at this as these spirits that are trying to either do, provoke or attach to people, these spirits or entities, because with the veil gone, it's not just the spirits, it's the other energies that linger within our reality that are unknown or unseen to many. But there's a problem with some people that are awakened that feel those malicious energies and perceive that because they don't understand the true perceiving of themselves, that they perceive it as their power. So they take that, let's correlate it to the bad Atlantis energy, because that's what it was all about, that greed, and they manifest that entity or energy or spirit as if it's their power. That's a problem. That's something we need to be aware of. So it's not just the unawakened, it's also the awakened. It's understanding the perception of yourself, knowing your boundaries, upping your protection. Ancestral energy and ancestral protection has been something I've been very promotive of for years now. It's something, and a lot of why I'm doing this message here, is something that we need to tap into, because they are here like centuries and centuries ago. They are here to help us on our mission, on our path, and as we walk this planet. So that is something we need to be aware of, because this veil is not coming back. We don't just have the veil thinning in October anymore. It's year round now. I want everybody to understand this is something that's going to be part of our reality now. So it's almost like the veil over this reality is lifting the veil over humans as well. So we're going to see humans' true self. We're going to see the attachments they already have. If you're aware and can perceive and through the illusions, it's going to be a wild time. So definitely up your protection. Know when these energies, these influential energies are around, so you can have that defense. So you can call on that protective energy. Create a ceremony in the morning that puts you on a trajectory into a positive, successful day and moving forward. Because these energies, there's nothing cloaking them anymore. The veil was there cloaking them. It was almost like a spiritual jail for the energies that weren't crossed, for the people that weren't aware, or the people that didn't work with that didn't step into the unknown to cross souls over. Okay? So that's going to cause issues with them. So we need to be aware, because we don't want spirits, to attach to people and cause them to do things. And I know there's not a lot going on, so people are drinking more, and that's definitely a recipe for a spirit attachment. So allow it to clear. Stay clear. Stay protected. As the bell rings, please let that bell ring every time you see the injustice, I guess, in a sense, and the energetic. Well, it's going to be more prevalent. People are going to see things. I was in work the other day, and I see apparitions in there all the time. I see things all the time. And there's a kid sitting next to me who's not aware. He's younger. And he's could subconsciously be aware, but it's not in his forefront. It's not, his third eye is not completely open. But this is another red flag I had about pushing this message out and letting everybody be more aware of it and how it's affecting other people. One of many I've had, actually, but I looked in the doorway really quick because I knew what it was. I could tell which one it was. It had very Victorian clothing. It was very interesting. It's almost like they were waiting for a train, because there is a train behind my work. They had a hat on. It was like they were ready to travel. So it's pretty interesting. So I look, and he goes, "Oh, who's that?" And I go, "Oh, you saw that?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "Oh, I don't know. They went out quick," because I didn't want to startle him or make him nervous. But he definitely saw it. So for that to be happening so much more now, we have to just be aware. We have to do our part. If you need to start understanding the forms of clearing energy, getting healings, grounding, healing yourself. Definitely tap into the ancestral energy. The unknown is definitely known now, and you just got to adapt. So you have to figure out the ways that'll help you adapt. Don't allow these energies and spirits to manipulate you. Be careful, because some of them will try and trance you if you are especially unaware of an ability you may have about trancing. It is very easy, especially if you astral travel at night and aren't protected. I feel like people should start creating crystal grids around their home. And high vibrational energies. I'm going to be releasing in the next week before the Lion's Gate, not only just a transmission in my Sunworker video, my Sunworker community on Facebook, but I will also be releasing new product that is definitely helping with this shift. So for sure, check that out. I hope you all have a blessed, today is Odin's Day, and whatever day you may be watching this, I hope you find the ability within you, protect yourself, amplify it safely with the protection of your ancestors that are there to help you, your spirit guides, angels, and ascended masters. What you perceive is what your reality is going to be like. So make sure your perception is clear. Don't taint it. Don't jilt it with false perceptions. Don't allow energies to jilt it with false perceptions. Don't allow them to manipulate you. You'll start to see it. You'll start to see, you'll be driving down the street and you'll see it in other people. I'm starting to see people's auras now. That's something new that's happening with me. I've only seen one person's aura before in my life, and it was like 7 years ago. And it's just, it happened 3 times last week with different people. So, and it's pretty interesting, and I can't wait to tap more into it. So, I hope you all understand what I'm relaying here with this message. The spirit activity is not going to slow down. Please be aware if there is a shamanic healing, if you would like to partake in a shamanic healing that I do, which is a Nordic drum clearing. What it does is it clears your energy. It shakes out those energetic debris. I incorporate healing, and then I also seal you off with a protective sealing. So it's pretty wild. It's used all with the runes and invoking the energy of the runes. It can be done by zoom.com. It's great when you have earbuds in because you hear the echo of the drum and the chanting so amazingly. I've definitely recorded myself doing it so I could personally partake, and it's wonderful. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out my services. I also do rune readings if you are interested as well. But I hope you all have an amazing day, and definitely check out the Sunworker community on Facebook because I am going to be uploading my first unseen prophecies. These are more in depth than my transmission videos. These are prophecies that can cause a chaotic response from the warning. I don't want to create that, so I prefer to only put that in my Sunworker community. So, for all you who are not in it and would like to understand that message and learn more about it, add yourself there. You can find it on my Facebook page, Eyeofaseer, if you're viewing this from YouTube or my Instagram. But if you're already on Facebook, make sure you add yourself to that community. You can get to it right on the top of my page. I hope you all have a blessed Odin's Day. And again, whatever day you may be watching this, be on the lookout for my next transmission video and product I have in store. Have a blessed day. Peace, love, and blessings.